And starting up the next one. Hi, everybody. If you haven't seen the last few episodes, we're playing Banjo-Kazooie. And I just whacked that guy out of existence. There's probably a "that's what she said" joke in there somewhere, but...
I said that the other day, and it was about something like I couldn't get it up or something. I don't remember. And then the guy was like, well, you probably want to go to a doctor because, you know, you can't get it up.
If you can't get an erection for more than 4 hours, please see your doctor.
What if you have one for $5? $5.
For $5?
For 5 hours.
I mean, I wouldn't be too happy if I had to pay $5 every time I wanted to get an erection.
Wouldn't it be worth it, though? I mean,
it would.
It's free already.
Yeah, but, like, then you got to manage your money every time you want to jerk off. Like, if you don't have $5... then you're just shit out of luck. I mean, you could probably, like, try to do something with your flaccid dick, but I don't think that'd work too well.
That's nasty. How dare you talk that way?
Is it possible to come with a flaccid dick? Let me rephrase that. Is it possible to ejaculate?
It's very bad for you, though.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even want to go into it.
Okay, fair enough.
There's actually a Louis C.K. joke about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's Louis C.K. jokes about just about everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Have you finished season 4 yet?
No, I mean, we were just talking about it last night.
I know, but maybe in the time you...
Oh, no, I haven't. Well, like I said, my Netflix thing is fucked up, but I've got Amazon Prime Instant Video, and Louis is on there, so I can watch it. I just haven't been.
I've got Hulu and Netflix.
Nice. I haven't got Hulu, but I've got Amazon and Netflix most of the time. Anyway.
I like Hulu
I guess
much more than I do Netflix.
I would imagine I would like Hulu more.
Everyone complains about the ads, but they're not that.
Do you have ads on Hulu Plus?
Yeah, but
it's
not on everything. Movies, most movies, at least you don't have ads.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this before then.
It's really up to the people they license it from, because I mean I watched all of My Name Is Earl without ads at all, but then some shows they have more ads than others. It's weird.
That is weird.
And
I think it'd be standardized.
But the reason they do that is because, for one thing, you're only paying $8, but they get a lot of stuff that Netflix doesn't, and it's because the networks, they want to make actual money from streaming.
Yeah, and ad revenue and stuff.
So, you know, it's a good thing, and you don't have to watch. It's like 1 or 2 commercials between the parts of episodes. It's not like normal TV where you have like 5 minutes of fucking commercial.
Yeah, but still, getting it interrupted when you're used to like Netflix's, it's all just one big go sort of thing. I guess that does sort of explain why Netflix has oftentimes a shittier library than you would expect it to have. Because I mean, if some people just want to go the ad revenue route, then I can see why they wouldn't want to use Netflix's service. And then, of course, they just put up a bunch of shit that no one cares about a lot of the time. So now this is my least favorite level in the game. Fucking Clinker's Cavern. The reason being is that it's mostly a swimming level, and...
Oh, look what you did.
Yes. And as you know, most swimming levels in games suck.
I don't think I've ever played a fun swimming level.
Yeah, I'm kind of drawing a blank on that, too.
I've played some fun snowboarding games, though.
Oh, yeah, I gotta love those ice controls.
Have you ever played the Snowboard Kids games?
No. Is that a SNES thing?
No, it's on N64. Snowboard Kids is
I've heard of that, yeah.
Really, they played it on Grumps. I think they played both of them on Grumps.
I must have really liked it if they played both the sequels.
Yeah, there's a one for the DS too, but it sucked. And there was actually a really cool MTV PlayStation 1.
No, the camera's not right. Well, that's Clanker anyway.
Some MTV PlayStation 1 snowboarding game that I loved when I was a kid. It was really cool. I kind of like snowboarding snowboarding. I can speak today if I want to.
Yeah, from what snowboarding games I recall having played, it is pretty fun. Like going downhill sort of stuff. But, yeah, it's completely different from like ice levels in games where you're slipping, sliding all around the place. Today, they released the Grumps episode today of Aaron trying to get the 100 coins mission.
Those
in the Snow
are
Land.
incredibly annoying.
The 100 coins missions?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Well, watching him do them at least.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when he dies halfway through.
And he keeps doing it. And
Over and over.
I don't think anyone really expects him to get all 120. I think
I've seen a lot of comments that are like, just fuck it, man. It's
Yeah.
not that important.
I really don't think it's that important, but it's not like with Sonic 06 where it's a novelty that
Yeah.
you finish the whole thing.
I think that's actually a big part of the reason why John and Aaron had their split was because like John was so insistent on beating Sonic 06.
You
and
think
Aaron was
that's
just-
why they split?
Well, no, it's not the reason, but I would imagine that's kind of part of a reason.
You think so?
I
You
mean,
think it was actually over something to do with Grumps?
no, not necessarily, but I mean, I'm just saying like there's. I've been going back and watching a lot of weird stuff. I mean, we're getting into conspiracy Grumps territory now.
I love
but
conspiracy
like,
Grumps.
I was watching Grumps compilation the other day, and I remember, and I saw the episode where they're doing the Jungle Book, I think,
Yeah.
and when John's like, I know we talked about this, but I just gotta have a replay of Baloo grabbing that guy's crotch. And Aaron just like launches on a little bit of a tirade, and Barry does like a bunch of edits of it, so
Yeah.
it's a lot funnier. But without the edits, it would just be like Aaron kind of losing his mind over a seemingly minor little thing.
Yeah. Which he does quite often.
Yeah, he does. But this was over like something that they had quote talked about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so apparently, like, John doing the replay stuff was like one of, it seems like it was one of the big things where it's like why they didn't really
Well, they
enjoy
do that
doing it
now.
anymore.
They do replay stuff now. Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
they do a little bit.
Like Danny will say, "Hey, whatever."
Pretty rarely, I would
Kevin,
say, though. John was
do
pretty
this.
adamant about pointing. No, like,
Yeah.
Danny says stuff like, Kevin, do this, or Barry, do whatever. But they don't often just do straight up replays without any addition kind of stuff to it.
I see.
But yeah, that was like one of the things. And then, you know, near the end of the the end of the Sonic 06 playthrough,
I know they got into an argument. in
Yeah, they were getting
the
into
last
like a
episode.
lot of arguments,
Yeah.
and they really seemed like they weren't enjoying it. They were just doing it for kind of the sake of John being like, "No, we got to finish it. We got to finish it." And I don't know. I just kind of feel like Aaron might have been burned out pretty bad by that, because it was a long, tedious, boring game. After a
Most
while.
certainly. I own a copy of it.
God, you brought it over to my house once.
I did. I wanted to play it.
I wanted to burn it. All right, I think the only thing I can do now is raise Clanker. Oh no, I can. Well, I'll do that later. So yeah, this is my least favorite part of the entire game right here. I hated this
What is
part
that
as a
music?
kid.
What's
Yeah.
about to happen?
Yeah,
Is rape imminent?
rape is absolutely imminent
Oh god,
if
we
you don't
shouldn't
eat the
make
bubbles.
rape jokes.
It's Gloop! It's fucking Gloop, man. Remember Gloop?
No.
Dude, it's Gloop! Breathes the air bubbles. And they talked about like making Twitter accounts for Gloop, and I actually made a Gloop Twitter
Are you
account.
serious?
Yeah.
Are you screwing with me?
I actually did that. I was like, oh, it'd be really funny if I did what they said to do, and then I found out 50 other people did the exact same thing.
I remember the Eraserhead reference that they made. They were like, somebody needs to make a Eraserhead edit of this. And it was disturbing. Have you seen Eraserhead?
I don't think so.
It's my second favorite film. Do you know who David Lynch is? You do know who David Lynch is. He was on Louie and The Cleveland Show, and you were like, he's a bad voice actor.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
What did he voice act in the Cleveland Show?
He was David Lynch. He was the bartender. And you're like, that guy's a bad voice actor. That was in Maple's class, though.
I don't remember that. How the hell do you remember a comment like that?
I remember things like you wouldn't believe. Just stupid things like that. Do you know that Maples gave me and the whole group special treatment because he liked my short films?
Oh yeah, of course. Like he would always call you into his office and be like, "This is great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
You should do more stuff like this."
We didn't even have to do. I think we
didn't have to do anything.
One assignment, the whole class, because he loved what I was doing.
Yeah, and the rest of the time we were just like kind of chilling out in the room. Me, you, Ryan, and who was the other guy?
Well, thanks. Now that you say that, I've forgotten his name. Daniel,
that was it. Yeah.
And we even made. I've shown people the mockumentary that we made.
Oh, I remember
several
that
times.
Can I get my own lunch, please?
This is a ladder. That's one of the one edit that I did that makes everyone laugh. Oh God, but most of my films in retrospect were pretty horrendous.
I mean, a lot of it was just like weird editing effects.
I know, that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
I thought
And just like crazy weird music.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, it was entertaining. And apparently, you know, if it kept Maples off our backs and made us didn't have to do anything, I mean, I was.
We got an A in that class.
Yeah, we did. These guys are like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except they're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Snippets, or whatever they want to call themselves. Look at their big, gross eyes. There's one more. There we go. And butt smash. I always like whenever they have to like type out weird speech patterns like that, because they do a lot of that in this game. One of the big bad guys, Klungo, in the next game talks with a bunch of S's like that too. If that's at all relevant.
I'm sure it is to someone. That was like sort of a jerk thing for me to say. I'm sure it is to someone.
Well, I mean, when you're on the internet, you gotta like take every viewpoint into consideration.
Are we in the internet right now?
We are. We're a part of the internet. We're inside of it.
Where's the
penetrating
porn,
it.
and why am I not involved?
It's everywhere. What the hell are you doing?
I wouldn't want to have sex with a pornographic actress.
Oh, hell no.
Even though they're supposed to be really clean and they get tested all the time.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, even
I
then,
would not want to.
I don't know, man. Like,
nothing against them, but it's
If
not
you-
like
if you
I'm in
wore-
danger of having sex with a porn star.
yeah,
It's definitely not going to happen. But I'm
I don't
saying,
know. Maybe if I wore like 5 condoms.
you know you're not supposed to do that, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you wear more than one, it can like
Break.
yeah, it can break real easily.
It's really hard to break a condom, actually.
Well, that's what they're fucking designed for. I would hope they're hard to break. This part's tricky.
They just kind of really suck when you get used to the real thing.
I mean, it's not really something I've had to worry about at this point.
Why? Because you're gay?
Yes, I'm so gay. I don't even like a boob.
You said worry like you would sit up all night worrying about it. Like, oh God, did I get a disease? What happened?
Did I get the porn virus?
Oh man. There's a dude, it's actually Chris Elliott. I'm probably spoiling this for someone, but I don't give a shit. In the last episode of season 5 of Community, Chris Elliott plays the original founder of the community college, and he's been...
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's been locked away under the community college since the 70s. And there's been a rumor that he caught the first computer virus because he had sex with a computer.
What the fuck? Yeah, because that makes sense.
Exactly.
That is unusual.
Oh.
I mean, how would you would you have to fuck a computer to get?
Oh, he actually designs a computer that he's in love with.
That you can fuck?
He has some weird thing where he can put headphones on his head
Oh, dear
and
God.
connect it to the thing, and he rubs his nipples.
Oh, what the fuck?
And this like 70s ass computer has an emoticon, and it like goes from a frown to like a smiley face.
As he does like
Yeah.
more nipple twerking.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's pretty funny.
That show's fucking hilarious. And I'm a total snob when it comes to that shit, so
Total comedy snob.
yeah. Well, I
Only
just
the
don't like-
finest. Louis C.K., Game Grumps, and Community.
Well,
They're the finest in all of comedy.
I think so.
I mean, I do like the Grumps. They've got a big following for a reason. Are we talking about the Grumps too much?
Are we talking about Big Bang Theory too much?
Were we talking about it at all?
Exactly.
I think there's one more thing I've got to do out here, and then I go into his belly.
So I mentioned Big Bang Theory. We need to mention bacon and dragons and unicorns and other things that the internet loves.
And more boobs.
More boobs.
Just boobs all the time.
You know, I don't know what it is. I don't think I like boobs as much as I once did. I think I'm going...
That's kind of sad.
It's not sad. I'm just maturing in my taste, evolving.
What? Patrick is evolving
I-
into a homosexual.
Yes. I can't get enough penis. I need a cock.
I mean, you've got one.
I'm gonna
so-
say many things that someone could probably edit together into some gay confessional.
Well, you can do that for just about any string
Yeah.
of words.
I mean, but
Go on.
even like I don't even like just automatically start sexually fantasizing about someone anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was a kid, I'd like to have sex with them, but now I'm sort of like, oh yeah, they're pretty, and I don't really think about it anymore. It's weird.
I mean, I guess that's kind of normal to not be immediately into like the whole sexual thing. Like, just, I mean, it's good that you're just not immediately going to
Yeah.
sex, because it's like, you know, you think about things more. I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm somebody who's like, oh, I see a hot girl and I'm like, I want to have sex with that. I mean, it's one of those
A
things.
lot of guys do.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I know someone for a little while and be like, you know, I wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't mind partaking of their nether parts for a brief period of time.
Even though it's almost never come to fruition.
What?
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter is a
My
babe,
sex life.
is a babe magnet.
All
Let me
the
tell
time.
you.
They just can't get enough of this dick.
But it's better than,
I
honestly.
think that was everything outside. Yeah, I think that's it.
I've said before, I lost my virginity when I was 15, and I kind of regret doing that.
Sure, just reveal that to everyone, why don't you?
Everyone, the two people who
Well,
watch
two
this-
people are probably going to watch this, true. But I mean, like, if we become super famous someday, and
That's
people
gonna
and people
happen.
like go back and watch this video like 20 years in the future, they'll be like,
That
"Oh,
Patrick guy.
he
is a
was
man
he
whore."
was getting around, man."
around. Well, I've been reliving my teenage years in the past 8 months, so
And all the good and horrible that comes with that.
oh god, yeah. I'm probably the only guy who's 23 who would really like to settle down.
I mean, certainly not. There's plenty of guys, you know, who are
Well,
like 20 who
yeah.
want to get married and stuff. It's certainly not a strange thing to want to get married, because I mean, I would say you've probably pretty much run your course.
Thank you. Thank you
No,
so much.
I don't mean it like that. I mean,
Thank
like
you.
you've gotten to the point where like you're done with the whole dating shit thing, pretty much.
Oh,
You just-
most certainly.
And
yes.
you just
Oh
wanna
my God.
get to the finish line already.
I mean, for the right person, I totally would want to like take
Yeah.
it slow and date and everything. But then again, you know, the short. Well, it doesn't have to be short, but the like quick, passionate thing. That's pretty nice too.
I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad.
And I'm not the only one who experiences that. It's kind of funny. Comedians, they often have trouble with depression and everything.
Yeah, because they want to try to increase the laughter in the world because they realize how fucked up and depressing it is.
Yeah, and Jim Carrey was talking about how all of his relationships throughout his life have been really short and passionate, except for the 2 times he's been married. That's pretty much every relationship I've been in thus far, except for, being with someone for 8 years.
And that was just like a whole mixed bag of crazy.
Yeah. There's even dude, you gotta check out Mark Maron's show. He's friends with Louis C.K. He's actually been on Louis a couple of times. And
Mark what now?
Mark Maron. It's on Netflix. The first 2 seasons, it's Maron. And he has an episode where he talks about how he hooks up with this chick, and he runs the gamut in a 24-hour period of a short, passionate relationship. And it's this crazy chick, but they hook up because she's a fan of his podcast, and she loves his comedy, and she shows up looking extremely smoking hot. She's wearing a red dress, and she has a hotel waiting for them. And
damn.
They have sex, and right afterwards he wakes up in her hotel room, and she's on the toilet, disheveled and everything, with the door open, and she's like, "Can you hand me that?" Yeah. And he's like, "Have we gotten to this point already?"
I mean, one night stand. What's not gross about peeing?
It's kind of funny because they end up together for a short period of time in the next season, I think. And it's just the most disastrous relationship.
Well, anything that starts with a one-night stand is probably going to be.
Oh, God. Well, it's not really a one-night stand if you continue the relationship.
Well, I suppose so, but I mean...
But it's something that's intended to be a one-night stand.
Yeah.
Dude, did I tell you about my one-night stand?
I think you did, yeah.
I passed your house. I drove by your neighborhood when I was on my way to her place, and I was thinking, Hunter's over there sleeping right now, and I'm going to get laid.
Oh, that's a great thought.
I didn't actually think that, but I was thinking about it. Not in a weird homosexual way.
I was about to say that's a great thing to know that you were thinking about me right before we were about to go get laid.
I didn't know that I was going to get laid. I just went over there to meet her. And
I mean, when you're going to a girl's house, it's not guaranteed, but it's implied.
It's kind of implied, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that now, most certainly.
God damn. You're supposed to do this with the feathers, but they move so slow that fuck. All right, feathers. And that's 100 notes, and I think this is the 10th jiggy.
So, we've both talked about
No, that was 9.
how shitty online dating is and everything.
No, it's fucking terrible.
I tried OkCupid, of course.
Fuck that.
And
fuck that website.
The first day I had it, I shut it off because it was so bad. And I hated how it trivialized it into like a game.
It was totally a game. Like, they just made it a fucking game,
Yeah.
and every woman on it was just trying to play for the highest
Yeah,
stakes.
exactly. They had really... And... yeah, I'm not going to criticize women, but...
On that website, people are just fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I only would see the women's side, so, from my perspective, the women were terrible.
Yeah.
But the guys, I'm sure, were even worse.
They're
Like,
the ones
women.
messaging all these girls.
Yeah.
So... Yeah, I
is
tried Plenty of Fish shortly afterwards, and of course now I'm not trying to online dating at all. I'm content with being alone. And
Where is...
so, the first day, what's not working?
I'm trying to go into first-person mode, but it's not letting me.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I'm trying to remember where the last orange Jinjo is. I'll figure it out in a minute. Anyway, go on.
Well, first day on Plenty of Fish, which is like the Reddit version of OkCupid. I mean, it's just the most ugly-looking website you'll ever come across. But there are a lot more people on there, and they're more open. So I talked to a couple of chicks, and one of them was actually cute, and I kind of regret deactivating my account because of her.
Well, I'm sure there were plenty of girls on there that were cute.
Well, I mean, there was one that was actually actively speaking to me and interested.
I see.
That's what I'm talking about. Not like OkCupid where they don't even respond. So.
Or you get like a 5% response rate.
Yeah. So. Well, this one girl, we have like the mutual match thing, and so she messages me, and we spend the day messaging each other, and I call her when I get home.
Oh, I know where he's at.
And she says, I think you should come over, and we should watch movies together. I said, okay, I'd totally come over.
That's not subjective.
And so, first of all, she told me that she lived in a house that her grandfather owned. I didn't realize that it meant that her grandfather lived there.
Uh-huh.
How awkward is that to come into a house and 10 minutes later her old grandfather, who's like a walking corpse, walks in.
That's a little bit awkward, I would say.
I was like, mentally I'm like, I don't want to be here, but I'm a gentleman. I don't want to just skip out. You know.
Yeah, you got to be polite at least.
I'm always a gentleman, and so, she was, not that she'll ever hear this, and not that it doesn't really matter. She was,
again, if we
the
become
whole
famous.
Situation was like something out of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, I was half afraid that I was going to wake up with my balls cut off.
What the fuck? Was she pissed off that you didn't try anything?
No. See, she was really cute in her pictures. In person, that was certainly not different. The case.
Yeah, that's how it often goes.
And her grandfather was like, you could have put him in a wheelchair and he would have been like the grandfather corpse in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I never saw that movie.
Well, it's one of my favorites, but
I have an enormous list of movies that I need to see.
Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is definitely one of them.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
I
did that.
And she lives like in the middle of nowhere. I won't say the town, but it only took 30 minutes to get to from my place, and
that's not too long.
I passed your place on the way, so. And it was raining, and I really shouldn't have been out because it was storming. But I was like, well, you know, here's my chance at maybe finding someone and everything. And,
as it is every time.
Yeah, and so I get there, and she lives in the middle of nowhere in the creepy woods, in a creepy house with a creepy grandfather.
And it was just all a very creepy vibe.
Yeah, it was one of the most frightening experiences I've ever had. This is someone I had a sexual encounter with, too, because...
Oh, dear.
And when I woke up, I left as soon as the sun rose. Mm-hmm. And I got maybe 2 hours of sleep there. And I wanted to burn my clothing. I sped away.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
My hands still smelled like her for days afterwards.
Gee, that's great to know, Patrick. Thanks.
It's the most disgusting thing ever.
Okay, then. Well, I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and cut this one off. This one's the longest one we've done yet, 28 minutes. But yeah, so in case you want your hand to smell like us for the next few days, you can try watching the next episode, and hopefully you'll be able to get that stink off of your hand. So.
Oh my god.
So have fun, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.